If you wanna do a sideshow, your class of 10 and 1, you've got to have the money to make the suckers come. It gets a man to thinking, a lump inside his throat, and that goes in the wallet I keep inside my coat. There's something about a money that people wanna see. Oh, there's something about a money that looks a lot like me.
Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Dead Outlaw is Audible Theater's first commissioned musical by the Tony Award-winning creative team of the band's Visit with Eric Della Penna. It'll begin performances at Audible's Minetta Lane on February 28th, and we drop by the Bowery Electric to bring you a sneak peek and to meet the company.
There's something about a money that really stirs the soul.
I'm pretty excited, and I don't like being excited. But I'm enjoying being excited.
Perfect, okay.
I'm reasonably excited. I will get more and more excited as time goes on until I probably have some kind of a heart attack. I hope it's not fatal. If it is, I'm happy this was the last show I wrote with, of course, my friend Eric Della Penna.
Excited is funny because like you ask how excited, and I go like, well, I'm not excited. I'm nervous. I'm you know what I mean. I'm tense. I'm nervous. I'm terrified. I feel inadequate, and that's I guess my version of excited. I guess that's what excited means. So you want to rise to it. I want to rise to the quality of the writing, into the big ask of the high skill level of execution of the story.
What unlocked it for you as the book writer?
Weirdly, two things. One is because Elmer becomes this mummy that gets into show business, the idea of showmanship and spectacle is built into the story. So you're sort of like, okay, that could be a musical. I see why. And then I was also fascinated by the challenge, the story challenge of telling a story where your main character dies halfway through. Because I hadn't really seen that done, and I wasn't sure how to do it. And that kind of challenge always really hooks me.
What a creative team you are working with. What has that been like?
It's honestly, I don't use this term lightly, a masterclass every single day. Like in a rehearsal room, sometimes you go off into your own world and try to focus on your lines, and I just find myself watching these men work as frequently as possible because they are just the top of their field and the best at what they do.
Mm-hmm. And they work with a lot of humility. It's not a space of like, all right, here's what you're going to do. It's kind of like, well, what do we do? So that's a really nice way to work.
The level of musical theater expertise in the room is kind of nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And it makes you want to be at the top of your game when you come to rehearsal. And
Yeah, I've been in a lot of workshops for musicals, and this, when you feel supported in this way and that you're in such good hands, it's such a gift. It's such a gift because everybody's rowing in the same direction, and you just want to help it keep going.
This is a two-pronged thing, which is that there is a show. We are doing a show. We are doing a full and beautifully realized musical, albeit a very unusual one, at the Minetta Lane, which previews on February 28th and opens on March 10th, and also with these the audio geniuses at Audible and the audio geniuses of David Yazbek, Dean Chernow, Eric Della Penna, are making a really full realization of the piece as an audio piece of the whole thing, which will eventually be recorded and released down the line.
It hasn't been that long since I've been without him, but there's not much about him I can recollect or tell. A picnic in the rain, a walk we may have taken, but I could be mistaken, I don't remember well. A stranger, never gave a reason why he came here on his own. A stranger.
Typically what Audible does with these shows is they just record the show in the theater a few nights, and then you pick the best performance and they put that out. They have been kind enough, because Yazbek and I and Eric have this history in the recording studio, and I have a recording studio, they're basically letting us build like a radio play out of this, which is something that Yazbek has worked on in the past. I've done some of that stuff in the past, but it's so thrilling to make this with soundscape and music and voice acting. It's something that we haven't really done before with one of Yazbek's shows, and I don't think Audible has had before. So it's quite original.
Well, this means that this thing is going to have a beautiful theatrical life. They produce beautifully. I just went last night to the Minetta Lane and saw what they're doing. It's gorgeous stuff, and it's also going to have a life in after that as an audio offering. And so that's kind of really thrilling. It's helps off Broadway, and it's the future of theater in some ways, and another aspect of what theater can be.
It's really cool because we're kind of simultaneously doing two things, and I mean the live experience is really not to be missed, but the live experience also has to feed into the Audible experience, and it's a new thing, and we're all kind of finding out what this means, and it's really exciting.
You know, really good theater isn't something that happens just because of what we do, and it's not something that the audience just experiences on their own. It's something that happens in the air, in the middle, and that's a perfect metaphor for what happens with Audible. You know, you present something, the audience hears it, but what they actually experience and what we actually experience happens in the middle. It's this intangible, wonderful thing. It's that third thing that we all strive for in the world of creativity. And here Audible is, you know, allowing us to do that.
The dew, it appears, just like grateful tears. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Ooh, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here.